And welcome to KelownaNow Live. I'm Jason, and joining me once again from Vision Plumbing and Heating, it's Brent. Brent, welcome to KelownaNow.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so a significant portion of your home heating costs are actually water. And so today we're going to learn how to save money not only on some of your home energy costs, but also the appliances that will get you there.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, most people who own homes, whether it be a single family or a townhouse or even a condo, run off a hot water heater. The old source, like the tanked hot water heater, that storage tank hot water heaters, whether that be electric or atmospheric vented, which is gas. Over the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years, the government's really stepped up and helped out with rebates for these appliances because they're efficient. Also, they last substantially longer. So whether that be a tankless hot water heater like a Navien or a Nye, or a hybrid electric hot water heater, which uses a heat pump on the top of the hot water heater to primarily heat the hot water.
Yeah.
These are some cool new ways that the government is stepping up and us as well.
Okay, so the key benefits are you're going to save money.
Yes.
But there's some other benefits as well. Why don't we start with the tankless?
Okay.
Why don't you just talk a little bit about how the tankless hot water heater works?
Yeah, so tankless hot water heater, or what's another word for it? On demand that people hear. How it works is just like the name says, tankless. So most hot water heaters are a tank. These don't have a tank. They're a unit that hangs on the wall and doesn't store water. So benefits for that is because it doesn't store water, the life expectancy is at least double. That's why you're getting at least a double warranty when you use a tankless hot water heater, because the impurities in the water are what rot out hot water heaters.
And so to contrast that, what is it, 10 for a
Yeah, so most depending on the brand, it's anywhere from 6 to 8 years for a warranty on a tank hot water heater. And tankless, the ones we work with is Navien, is the brand. We're a dealer of Navien products. It's 15 years on the heat exchanger. Okay. So, but I've seen tankless hot water heaters up to 30 years old in homes, because you can service them better than a tank hot water, and because they don't store hot water, you're not having those minerals attack the unit. And because this person probably did more general maintenance on their unit, which we recommend. Yeah, you can upwards of 30 years on some tankless hot water heaters.
Wow. What does that maintenance in a brief nutshell look like if you're to do it kind of properly?
Yeah, in short form, basically we do a flush of the heat exchanger. So we come to your home and we will use a solution that basically breaks down any of the buildup that's inside the unit, and that flushes for about 45 minutes and removes all the impurities that might be hanging onto that unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any limitation? I mean, endless hot water sounds amazing.
Yes.
Saving money sounds amazing.
Yes.
What are the limitations?
Limitations would be just the amount of people in your house. Basically, with there's 3 different sizes with the brand that we use. So the average home, say 4 people, would be a 240A, and you can run up to 3 fixtures at once without running out of hot water, which is great. Yeah. So if you have those people that like to have a 30-minute shower, they don't have to worry ever about running out of hot water, which is one of the other great features.
The 2-day shower?
2-day shower if you want, 5-day, whatever you want. Whatever you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else to cover off in terms of the tankless?
Yeah, efficiencies. So the reason why the government is stepping up to this is because you're, one, helping with your green footprint, because it does not produce as much CO2, because you're not running. So let's go back a little bit. So where the inefficiencies in tanks are is you have an aquastat that's built into the tank, and that will keep, if you like your temperature at whatever 120 degrees, that will keep that temperature day and night. Meaning whether you're there, whether you're 2 in the morning, this tank is firing to keep that, which is wasting. You're not usually showering at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
This will keep that temperature, meaning it'll fire waste gas. With a tankless, it only fires when you call for water. So it only operates when you're asking for water, when you're turning on a tap. When it's off, when the tap's off, the tank's off. So that's where the efficiencies come in. That's why the government is giving rebates, because you're using less gas, which produces less CO2, which is why they want to give you the rebate.
Okay.
Yes.
Suddenly my big tank down
doesn't
in the
seem
base.
so cool anymore.
No, it doesn't. Okay, what about hybrid water heaters?
Yeah, so hybrid's another really efficient way. Actually, statistically, they say 75% more efficient than a standard electric hot water heater. Now, it is an electric hot water heater, but has a built-in heat pump. So as we talked about in previous episodes, how heat pumps work, in short form, basically it pulls from the ambient air and heats the hot water. So for the majority, it uses majority of the day and night, it uses the heat pump as the heater, and then on peak demand, the elements kick in. So where you save is when the heat pump is running. So the great thing about this hot water heater is that you get $1,000 rebate if you have a home for the hot water heaters that we recommend, and there's income qualified, which we can touch on a little bit, which could get you upwards of $3,500 in a rebate, which basically pays for the whole system.
Amazing. So, where can people find out about the income qualification?
They can go, like we talked about before, they go to our website first. We have a vast array of information when it comes to rebates and the products that we use and promote. So visionplumbingandheating.com, or you can go to the government website, go to Fortis, if you're a Fortis client, or if you're a BC Hydro client, go to their website, go to rebates, and it talks about all the units that qualify and what you can qualify for when it comes to income.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what stuff where you would qualify for the rebate.
There's a lot of talk, a little chitter chatter out in the space around heat pumps and whether they're good in Canada or not. Any misconceptions with respect to how heat pumps are involved with this form of hot water?
Not so much on the hot water side. On the forced air side, there was, going back, say 10 years ago, heat pumps didn't do exactly what they were intended or spoke to, were told that they could do, basically like heat your home up to negative 30. Now there is heat pumps that are good to negative 30. That can meet the demand of what they say they can do the specs wise. When it comes to domestic hot water, they're a newer. I haven't seen a huge adoption to it yet because people aren't really aware of them, and you don't see them promoting it as much online and stuff. We're trying to put that out there to give people those options. Yeah. It doesn't always work in their home, depending on size. They're a little bit bigger than a standard hot water heater, right. But definitely more efficient.
I was going to say, so here I am. I'm looking at a hot water tank situation for my home or hot water heating. Where do I begin to decide which one to go with, and particularly between, say, hybrid and tankless?
Well, it always comes down to cost, upfront cost, because there's a little bit more to the unit because it has a heat pump built in. It's not just a can holding water. They're roughly double the cost of a standard electric. Like standard electric, 40 US gallon, supplied and installed, depending on the company, anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000, and in between. Hybrid electric, depending on the size, anywhere from, sorry about that, I should have turned that off before I did this, anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000, but you're getting that rebate. So at the end of the day, when you get the rebate back, it ends up being about the same standard electric, but way more efficient. Life expectancy is more as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, okay, so let's do the big why. You're going to save money, but how much? Like, what percentages of your home heating bill is really in the form of hot water heating?
Yeah, it really all depends on the size of home you have and how many people are there and using the hot water heater. They say statistically for gas, for a tank, this is anywhere from 30 or let's say 25 to 35% savings on your bills, average monthly. And on the hybrid electric, they say up to 75% more efficient than a standard electric. So I can't really say those figures because I don't know what every home is different, but you're definitely going to be way more efficient than the standard tank that you would be using for the last 20, 30 years.
All right. Yeah. Some great options to consider when it comes to saving money, being more energy efficient, and having, continuous hot water. Well, that'd be
that. Absolutely.
Anything else you want to mention today?
Yeah, also with the tankless is space saving ability. So as homes get more expensive, they seem to get less storage for you. We always run into that with clients is I don't have enough storage, I don't have enough storage. Tanklesses are nice because you can get them off the floor and on a wall, which frees up, a 4x4 section you can stack a couple boxes. So that's another good thing to think about if you're running into storage issues. A tankless is a nice option.
Less flooding issues?
Less flooding because you're not storing that water. Much less. I've hardly run into any issues where we've had tankless hot water heaters flood. Yeah. Like I said, we've only been putting them probably the last 10 to 12 years. So we're not running those floods yet, but you're going to see way less flooding issues. Not saying that it could never happen, but much less opportunity for them to flood because it's not storing that water inside them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as you can see, Brent knows the space quite well. And if you have any questions about home heating, hot water heating, any of those types of issues, Brent and the website, I guess, maybe we can point people there.
Yeah, visionplumbingandheating.com, or give us a call, 250-470-9552. That's on our website. If you have any questions, we always say reach out to us over the phone. We give you some better information directly.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks for coming in and sharing.
Hi, buddy.
All righty, and thank you for watching Kelowna Now.